Alright. Here we are. We are finally here. Here to see who is going to take on Satako in the final race. Today, we're doing it with McBob, stalwarTTurtle. The final two of the three remaining. So, who's it going to be going on today? We're definitely going to be finding out. The guys are getting readied up. As soon as they ready up, we're going to go. Not a lot left to be said about the remainder of this. We've had a good tournament so far. We've had some really good races. So let's see what happens right here. Will we get 2 races? Will we get 3? Only time will tell. But I can tell you this, it's going to be freaking awesome. I hope everybody's having a wonderful hump day. It is noon for me, so I know it's still morning for our further west people. I hope everybody's warm and bundled up on the East Coast, however, because it is freaking cold, dude. We've got snow coming in where I'm at today. I know it's extremely cold up in the Northeast. So I hope everybody's warm, bundled up, get cuddled in for some runs today. So how's everybody doing? I see QAtar, I see K-Bro up in the chat. What's up, fellas? And to watch 2 of our favorite guys run, Bobby and Toidle. He's going to be called Toidle the entire race. I grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Rocksteady and Bebop going, "Oh, the Toidles." So you'll never hear stalwarTTurtle through this entire run. You'll never hear McBob. You're going to hear Bobby and Toidle. And the boys are off. Heading into Flashman first. Because, like I said, this is the next to last race. The winner of this will go on to face Satako in the finals to see who is going to win Alice's 2025 Mega Man 2 Normal Zipless Tournament. A couple of jumps there to get the last guy to shoot his shot a little higher so it doesn't pop you. It's a couple frames slower from what I understand, but much safer. The boys making their way through Flash. Great stage right here. Getting those jumps to get the few extra frames to fall faster. Everybody knows this stage. 2 shots from Toidle to get over it. Nice little quick hops from both. You're going to see spectacular movement from both of these guys. Only the required height on jumps that they need. You won't see them clipping many blocks. We're going to see 2 very smooth runs, I'm assuming. But who's going to make the mistake? That's what we're waiting for. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Blaggy? Will there be any mistakes? There may not be any. We can see 2 perfectly flawless runs. Flashman's down. Should be arrested because you can't do that legally. I know the last couple of times I did it, I got through in jail. So, let's not do that. There may or may not have been alcohol involved. Both boys going to head to air here. This is the first stage where it's kind of an issue in a race. Like, you don't want to die at the platforms. If you die at the platforms, it's almost a catastrophic level, like a boo beam misfight. It's along those lines. A lot of time lost, you lose your flash, so you got to tiptoe around the gremlin horns. So for an early stage, this is the one that's probably the shakiest through the run. By the time you get to boo beam, you're kind of in a rhythm, but here you're at the start of a race, even though you've been practicing. And all it takes is one little hiccup. The boys flashing through these first initial gremlins, hopping over the horns beautifully, or both getting that little bit of a pause buffer, both of them taking the damage they need. And here we go. Can we get through this? Oh, there we go. This is the one that's the issue. Beautiful. No heat. Nope. They said we ain't doing that today. Got a little bit of a stutter there from Toidle. He gets across just beautifully. No extra men needed in this run for these boys. Wiley's the one who needs to stock up on the extra men. He's going to need them. Great jumps by both guys over that area. Any tiptoes? Nope. Damage boosting from Bobby. Damage boosting from Toidle. Shoot them in the face. We're going to see a wiggle from either. Yep. Bobby with a wiggle. Turtle with it straight through, so you get to see what both look like here. And you can see why sometimes it's a little bit better to do the flip, but not necessarily. Bobby getting a little fortunate from Turtle catching some energy refills there. Alright, Bobby in first, see what pattern he's got. Great pattern for Bob to get onto it. Horrible pattern for Turtle, making the most of it. Advantage Bobby in the RNG department. So yeah, if you've got to write a letter, fly to France or anything during this time, this is a good time to do it. These cutscenes are forever long. The best thing about the Rockman 2 version are the speedier cutscenes. But now we're getting into it. So I know some nerves are feeling a little bit better. They got through that stage clean. Next few stages are pretty good. Heatman's going to be the next one where you're going to see a lot of more precise item drops and stuff that's going to be needed. Through here it's not too bad. A couple shots on the first Cuphead dudes. Great jump from Toidle. Get Bobby to clip this. He missed a clip, so he's going to get a little bit slower of a fall through here. Turtle got it, however. Turtle with a much smoother fall. Bobby popping the first one off. Turtle also, that first shot on the first Cuphead, that's a tough one. The other two are fairly easy to get through. That first shot on the first Cuphead is a make or break if you're going to have to slow down or not. Fellas holding left as they drop in to get started on their run. Small jumps here from both Bobby and Toidle. Getting down to the dangerous laser section just fine are the fellas. And into the bottom first is Bobby. No item 2s from either of these fellas, they're just taking a straight course through it. And both getting through with only the 2 damage boost. Very nice. Sometimes that second mech can pop you a third time if you don't get through it clean. You don't have much room there. Middle for Bobby. Great quick. Turtle getting the problematic quick. Another second or two, but a second or two is enough for Bobby to get a lead and not let it go. Yeah, Toidle's a little bit behind, just a touch. Seems like the RNG is just not quite in his favor right now. The boss RNG anyway. His stages are looking really, really good. On to what was my favorite boss music and stage as a kid. There was nothing I didn't like about Metal. Great flash from Bobby with no stutter to his steps. Toidle going to short jumps, looking very nice. The pause buffer over the second drill onto the item 2 that's going to be needed, which also gives us a consistent run through the drill area. No RNG to that if you hit the pause buffer right. Just scoot on through. Bobby doing nice, not clipping the edge. See if Turtle lays the item 2. He does to get over the edge. Beautiful. Alright, well, we got Bobby up through Clown Gear Nose. No problem. This is probably the most hateful part of the run. Beautiful job from Toidle also. Bobby dropping early. Toidle also does the early drop. I do the late drop there myself. I tend to set my item 2 up at the end of the platform when I initially lay it. It's a preference thing. Works both ways. Great jumps by Bobby. Or Metal. You gotta stop being such a wussy, yo. Bobby out. Turtle out, roughly 5 seconds, give or take. Bobby up to Bubble. Michael Bublé, man. Best time to fight him is around Christmas because that's the only time you ever hear him. And Bob got the D-lag. Beautiful, the third frog wasn't able to kick out a frog. If he gets all 3 frogs out, that third frog, it can cause a little bit more lag. The guy's doing really good there about not allowing that to happen by holding left a little bit. Really great job by Bob. The snail is hateful. Gary gets on my nerves sometimes. Making our way through the horizontal section of Bubble Man now. Tough area, these little jumps right here. The guys have to be careful. This is tighter than it seems. Bobby missing the 1-framer though. Toidle got the 1-framer. Very nice job. Those boys showing how it's done. Little help drop wasn't nice to Toidle. Not a jump that I like making, that one Toidle just went through. And Bobby into Bubble Man's door. Very nice from both guys. Beautiful stages. No! No extra life! No! No, dear Jesus, no! We got the 3 bubble lag from Bobby. Could Turtle get some good RNG? Oh, he got the 1 bubble. Very nice. So there's Turtle getting some RNG favoritism. The gods haven't disowned him yet. Bobby out at 53-ish. Turtle out at 57, so he caught a little bit right there. On to John Arbuckle. Definitely looks like he belongs in a Garfield cartoon. Here's a good first stage that's kind of technical with your item placements. You can't lose any way you can, but you don't want to lose a tick on either of these first 2 item drops coming up. If you lose 2 ticks, you're going to have to pause buffer at the end. If you lose 1, you might. If you lose none, you can just walk off the item 2, no issue. So let's see what the fellas do right here. I don't expect any ticks to be missed. None from Bobby. None from Toidle, none from Bobby. Turtle with a slow ladder fall right there. We got a tick off a Turtle, but 1 tick's not an issue. Great job from Turtle, manipulating the telly. Turtle with a slower item too, as he places it after he's already landed. Bob got a little bit of a time saved there by placing it as he was falling initially. Bobby through. Toidle through. Beautiful job. Bobby in. When is the next up for catch-up time? Right here. Let's see what Bobby gets RNG wise. 90. 30. What Turtle got? 60. 60. So about, that was a 60-30. That's 60-30. Was that 90-30, 60-30? There's, honestly, for these guys, there's not a lot of places where there's going to be a considerable amount of RNG to pick up or gain, because I'm not really depending on the strats they use, I guess used to say. They both run very similar, but yeah, a lot of it's going to come down to Wily 4, I think, for these guys, or is both of them going to get through that section cleanly. I think that's really going to be the massive loss. You might see some on Crash. Crash is a good one where you can lose 2 or 3 seconds with some, you know, getting magic pixels and not getting magic pixels. That could change. This stage could change with item 2 here at the monkeys. Toidle opting to walk through this. Bob chooses to meddle the monkey section. I do remember that, so there is a little bit of difference here. I don't know what the time difference is. As both will be flashing through Fiender. Bob is coming up on George Clooney. We're going to see how he does. Is George coming out? There's George. He made it. The worst bat ever. Toidle using the typical item 2 strats that most of us use. You see Bobby has used item 1s to kind of get to that part. Fantastic job on the metal shots from Bobby. Catching the guys before they even get a chance to barely get on screen. The kangaroo rabbits, aka Robbits. Nobody calls them Robbits. Got through all of them very nicely. Toidle will have a little bit of item 2 here to place. So he definitely, Toidle's picked up a little bit of time here, it looks like. Getting ready to find out. Bobby football tackling Woodman. Turtle being a little more passive with it. The big butt bunnies. Are they the Kardashians of the Mega Man world? Start calling them Kims. I don't know which one of the Kardashians has big butts. I couldn't tell them apart. I don't know one from the other. I know of the name. But the big butt bunnies, I like it. Triple B's. Damage boosting up is Bobby. Starting our vertical climb. Going from daylight to night sky in this stage. By the time we get to the top, I guess it's assumed. Ooh, man. Turtle got missed that one too. That's another couple ticks he didn't need to lose to Bobby. Bobby looks like he's on a roll right now. He's feeling it good. Great off-screen ladder grab by Bobby, also moving up with that item 1. Toidle opted not to go for the off-screen ladder grab. Both are doing as good as you could want to. Time for magic pixels. I don't think Bob really goes for the magic pixels from what I understand. Great job by Toidle with his item 1s. Yep, Bobby not going for the magic pixels. I believe we'll see them from Toidle's end though. Yep, we saw it from Toidle, so he's going to pick up a couple ticks here. Beautiful job by Turtle on his pixel grabs. I hope she's watching. Oh, but Toidle losing a couple ticks by not getting that item 3 ladder grab. And a miss menu. Oh boy. Just the most minor of inconveniences can really drop you behind a runner like Bob. Relentless as he can be, he is in to the best eyebrows in the business on the first race. And so is Toidle. Alright, Bob is to Wily first, but that doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. We'll know here in 10 minutes how good or bad this is going to be. Into the most legendary Mega Man 2 track on the planet. Bob with the wiggle on the birds, putting them behind him to give him a free run into these item placements. Also tricky item placements, but not for Bob today. Turtle also with the wiggle. The birds trying to get in, but Alfred Hitchcock said, nope. We are not making that move again as they move on. Turtle losing the tick there on his item too. He may have to decide to pick up one in Wily 2 to make up for that, I'm not sure. Ooh! Great corner jump by Toidle. Risky in a race. But he knows he's got to do something to get a tick here, a tick there. Bob is not going up and around the ladder. We may see Turtle do the wraparound ladder grab here as he moves up. Nope. Bobby onto Heat. I'm not sure which one Toidle uses. I can't remember. Seems like everybody's went to this Heat thing. Yeah, Toidle is going to stay in the usual quick. I also have moved into this Heat shot or Heat charge for the Dragon 2. It's just safer. Like, you literally could just jump up there and just start mashing the crap out of it. You can't really die at that spot. See, what Toidle just did is the way I've been doing it forever. And it's a little sketchy sometimes. You hit a little bit too far left and kiss that dragon nose and you just explode. There's no anything. One hit, you're dead from the dragon. So it's definitely a little risky. The Heat is a much safer option and might be a touch quicker if you do it right. But let's find out. Bobby over the spike pits. Toidle right on him. Great pause there from Bobby to get down the ladder a little bit quicker. F the energy pickups, we don't need them. Toidle might need one for his item too though. We might see him pick one up right here. Great flash by Bobby as he's falling down. No, Toidle's not going for it, alright. Into the chompers. Kinda hateful taking damage from these dudes, but you know, what are you gonna do? Bobby up and over like a champ. Bob said no suicide drop. I don't blame you, Bobby. I wouldn't either. No RNG to this boss at all. Piku Piku is completely determined on how everything is going to happen. Good thing is if you stand right where Bob is now, nothing will come out at your feet. Those middle two and that left block are completely free to stand on, minus this one coming out of the side. This boss was kind of a pain as a kid. I think I was too dumb to learn that there was a pattern to these dudes. Playing games now as an adult, it makes me kind of wonder, like, was I really as smart of a kid as I thought I was? I thought I was pretty intelligent. Then I start playing some of these games, I'm like, why wasn't I doing this anyway? Like, some of these strategies just seem like simplest of things, but they weren't things I thought of as a kid. We're all not as smart as we think we are. As Bobby is dropping into the sewer, wading through the water to get to Gut Stink. I really like the design of Gut Stink too. I remember the first time seeing him and being like, what the? But he's always been out of all the bosses and wily bosses to the game, the Gut Stank has always been one of my favorites through every iteration. It seems like Gutsman is always the one that's getting stolen. He got stolen in Wily 7 too, not Wily, Mega Man 7 too. He comes in and jacks him about halfway through the Robot Masters. Bobby mashing down turret, guys. Yeah, no save states. Dude, thank God for save states. Bobby with the 2 cycle. I mean, some of these simple things though, like, you know, I can't think it. Like, okay. The flash, the laser part in Quick Man stage, okay? As a kid, I had to have flash to get through that. Like, I wasn't smart enough to go through it and figure out the pattern. You know what I mean? Bobby into Purple Hell at 11. Not worrying about the magic pixels as always from what I understood. He's got, yeah, about 13 seconds right now. 13 seconds isn't anything if this boss goes wrong. We're definitely going to have to see Toidle get aggressive right here. Bob's going to play his game. Toidle with a little bit of the item 3 loss. And deciding to look at this screen again. First time wasn't enough, so nice he had to do it twice as Bobby is into the spike pit. Toidle trying to save some of that item 3 to be able to use right here where Bob's at now. Bob with plenty. Beautiful pause buffer from Bob into the item 2, dropping down to the final pit. Toidle coming behind. He's hanging tight. But his time to catch up is getting really, really thin. If Bob gets through this. Oh, beautiful item 1 from Bobby over the last Sniper Joe. It's going to be really tough for Turtle if Bobby makes it through this flawless. But Bob is like Rambo. He doesn't hold prisoners. He came to win this thing. Giving nothing to Turtle for free. Bobby with the damage transfer. Beautiful. That may have been the nail in the coffin for this race, but Turtle not giving up. Although he did get a hiccup. Toidle putting himself in a really tight spot right here. He's going to have a damage transfer. Oh, that's too high. It's going to be missing that bottom wall. Cannot do it. Race is basically over at this point. Oh no, Purple Hell has came out to bite Toidle in his ass. No. Okay, well there it is. Boo Beam. Everybody's favorite boss. What an a-hole, right? The good thing was, he was a few seconds behind, so if there's one to shake off, it's this one to shake off. Come in, let Bobby finish up. After Boo Beam, this is all, you know, academic. You just run through, do your thing. So unfortunately, Toidle suffering the first of the jinxes from the commentator today. While we watch Bobby cruise through here, doing a great job on quick. Nicely done. Moving on to the final 3 with his medal. Beautiful. Don't sneeze or blink here, you'll miss my favorite boss as a kid. Turtle feeling a little frustration, I'm sure, probably over there slapping his knee and thinking about playing Clone Hero Friday after this. But he's got to come back strong for a race 2, and I know he will. Bobby eating up Wiley machine like it's a banana sandwich with mayonnaise. My goodness. Alright, into the alien. The first of the Wiley deceits. Oh, is it Caustic? No, it was Wiley. Oh, is it Proto Man? No, it's Wiley. Oh, we got a Mr. X? Oh, no, it's Wiley. So he goes into a bad habit of trying to be Frank Abagnale after this, and catch me if you can. Different identities. But Dr. Light and Mega Man are not fooled. Some people's favorite soundtrack, Wily 6. The wall boobs have let him down the first time in history boobs have ever let a man down. And that's a shame. Beautiful job by Turtle over there getting over that. Half cycle for Bobby. GG's Bobby. Bobby finishing in our first race. Taking the lead at 1-0. Alright, GG's to Bobby. GG's to Bobby. Let's get us another race room set up here. Because guess what? It's not over yet. Turtle's going to come back with a vengeance. We're going to see a race 2. He's going to do everything in his power to give us a race 3. And I am here for it. If there's anybody who's going to be able to give it to Bobby, it's going to be Turtle. Get these fellas who did a great job. Another race room. And we'll get them on here. The best of 3 is moving on here. If I wasn't so blind, I might move this. Oh, here we go. Alright, the boys are up in the room. As soon as they ready up, it'll be on. Whenever you fellas are ready. Take your time. Alright, so how's everybody doing today? Who we got here? We got Rush Chuka. Cabin is still here. Tequila Moon. Oh, we got the Sausage Girl herself. Corv. Ascension. Yeah, my boo dude. Sawbones and K-Bro. Q-Tar. Everybody's still hanging out here and chilling with us. Thumb Brothers. What's up, Thummy? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you here too, my dude. Precise Girl. There's Alice and Louie herself. Alice, not Louie's not a herself. Well, maybe, I don't know, I don't assume. The boys have started up. Once the delay is passed, we'll get on to it. What's up, Caleb? Yeah, sorry, Louie. I'm excited. Race 2. Good time by Bob there, 29:13. Is that what that was? Is that what Bobby put up? Darn right, 29:13. Shit, yeah. Exciting, exciting. That was a great race. Boo Beam being Boo Beam. Purple Hell being Purple Hell. I kind of want to see a race 3. I think Bob's going to want to try to get this behind him. He doesn't want to race 3 with Turtle. He is not wanting that. Yeah, great job by Bob getting through that though. Great job by Turtle. DMR the brakes sometimes. Sometimes that one little jump's all it takes to completely mess up a run. Especially that far into a run too. That's the tough part. Is he is a run killer and he's at the end of the game. It's so heartbreaking. boys off the flash. No streaking to the quads for these guys. Oh, Toidle taking the hit off the low shot from Shooter Dude. Notice Bobby doing a few little jumps right there just before he got to him to try to get him to shoot up to avoid that. PB runs, you don't really think that much about it, but you just reset. But that is a bad hit to take off the start of the races. It's hurtful mentally to take that hit because you're like, ah, and see Turtle's clipping the block right there. That first little hit can just throw off your rhythm so bad. As minor as it is, it just gets your feel off. But Toidle's still on him, moving up to the most difficult jump in the game, and they got through it successfully. It is being on normal US. It is Murdoch, yes sir. Normal zipless. Toidle missing the shot right there. That first hit on the first guy sending waves of repercussions coming through. And not in a good way. Bobby taking advantage of getting out of flash first. Still very minor time-wise, but somewhat big in the mental state of the game. He just gotta, you know, shake the freaking fingers off, man. Like, pop your knuckles up, you know, you gotta get those cracked in. Maybe pop your neck a little bit, you know. Lead. Bubble lead, because the guy who made the game said it's pronounced bubble lead. As a kid, I called it bubble lead because it was gray, right? So I was like, lead, gray, lead is gray, bubble lead. And I had read an article, I think 2 years ago, and the guy who actually made, I don't know who it is. I'm not going to butcher anybody's name if I even did know it. But he said it was pronounced lead, so I've been calling it lead. But if you want to call it lead, you can call it lead. If you want to call it bubble hole, you can call it bubble hole. If you want to call it the bubble. As long as you're happy with it, I'm happy with it. But yeah, I'll say it lead though. Bubble read. Well, you know, a lot of translation errors. I don't think many people were too worried about it in 1980. And I'm even less worried about it in 2025 myself. I don't know Japanese, so I couldn't, you know, when I play Rockman 2, I'm just like lost. Any of the Rockman games, I'm like, what was he saying? Bobby and Toidle both getting the damage boost up and over the gremlins. This is Bobby going for the, yep, Bobby got the twist. The wiggle. Turtle the non-wiggle strat. He did get a health drop here last time, which slowed him down. Also missing a little bit of a jump right there. Turtle just getting health drops left and right. All the Japanese weaponry. Yeah, see, that's what gets me, right? So, the Japanese, they had some English in their things. That would have been wonderful for us to have had, to be able to have learned some of that as a kid. To have had that in our games, you know. That would have been so nice. Maybe I wouldn't be as dumb as I am now. One thing I can't do is languages. I am like the world's worst when it comes to learning new languages, trying to figure out pronouncing. One of my best friend in the entire world, she's Russian, known her for 10 years. I cannot to this day pronounce her last name, even though she's said it to me a million times. I know what it is. I can't pronounce it. I'm just a dumb old country boy. 2 ticks above. Oh, what way is it? What, pause buffering, I guess? Now, that'd probably take forever, wouldn't it? Can you imagine 2 bubble ticking Wiley? I was never a fan of the Quickman stage music as a kid. It's really kind of grown on me over the years too. Bobby got the clip so he gets the quick fall down through the vertical corridor here. Moving into the first cuphead, hoping we get this first shot. Bobby's so fast with his mash, he don't care if he gets the first shot or not. He just goes through it anyway. Toidle doing great on his cuphead. Into the vertical descent. Past the nightmare part as a kid. Takes forever, yeah. Yeah, metal, yeah, you can fire 3 metal. I think it's the 4th metal. It takes quick boomerang is another one. You can, I think, it's quick like 7 shots or something. I don't even think you even have to swap weapons, do you? I think you just have to pause it, don't you? I didn't think you had to switch weapons. I'm not familiar enough with it, but yeah, I thought it was as long as you just pause and it would reset itself. I'm probably wrong. Bobby into quick wheelie right here. Which pattern is he giving Bobby? The high jump today. Not being as kind as he was the first time to Bob. But much kinder to Toidle over there. Toidle making up some good time on the Quickman fight this time. Pausing is sufficient. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I've heard of it, but yeah, I had never thought of it. Good thing about metal, you can just spam the fire out of that. That never goes anywhere. And nobody's been shooting us any birds on the ball screen today. Zernies and Black were shooting us birds the entire time. I haven't seen one from these fellas. They must like us a whole lot. Oh, Bobby taking the hit off the drill. This is not automatic anymore. Taking a few hits right there. Toidle getting through it nicely. Getting those freshest few ticks back that he's desperately needing right here. Just to stay in it. Good job with the item 2. Bobby down to the last part of it. Beautiful with Bob getting under there. Also Turtle. Item 2's looking good right here. Very nicely done. Could these have implications for Bobby? Is he getting a little bit of nerves? He's already made 2 kind of smaller mistakes that we don't usually see. For Bob, those are big mistakes. Is he feeling a little bit of a pressure, knowing Turtle's coming back here strong? Turtle with a better middleman stage. Here we go. What's up, Zaylin? How you doing, buddy? What's up, Darkheart? Michael Bublé, man. Get past the frogs here. Bob hitting the no lag strap very nicely. Toidle also hitting it. Beautiful. We'll see if he gets past Gary down here. Very nicely done. Gary, nor his shell were any issues for Bobby. Yeah, the items coming out of the strength don't actually are not able to be grabbed until they hit the ground. So if you jump through them in the air, you're not going to grab them. See, like Toidle, once they hit the ground though, they're all up for being grabbed. Woo, Turtle a little bit close on that jump right there. Missing the one framer. That previous jump, man, that was a tight one. Woof. having to go a little bit higher of a jump as Toidle on that also because of that weapon drop. Still no issues. As Bobby is into Bubbles' door first. Turtle getting into the first as Bob's coming out of the last. One bubble for Bobby this time. Beautiful job by Bob on that bubble kill. Absolutely fantastic bubble fight. One bubble for Toidle also. Great job from both dudes. Moving in to Heatman stage next. Shortcut scenes up until Heatman again, so this is nice. Into one of my least favorite songs of this game is a track to this stage. I just don't really like it that much. It feels like it has like a driving beat, but there's nothing to like give you the sense of like the movement or urgency that it's wanting to convey. Bobby up with his item 2. No ticks used. Very nice. Should have no ticks used. Perfect on that one. Toidle also up with his item 2. Very good item 2s by Bob through here. Toidle with a wraparound on the tailies. The Turtle with a little bit slower of the item 2 placement right there than what Bob uses. Able to get out just a little bit quicker because of it. As Bob is down into the last part as Toidle is making his way across the pit. Oh yeah, look at that tight little jump. Woo. Couple drops of pee came out, but we doing good. Into the heat doors, Bobby. Alright, not too bad. Toidle can get a 30-30 here. 60-60. Similar enough. Nothing to be gained or lost there. Last long cutscene. About 10 seconds. That's not too bad. Not too bad. I wonder which is faster. Seems like Toidle made up a couple seconds on Woodman in the last run. Let's see where we're at right here. So he's into Wood at 48. Bobby with the item 2 right out of the gate. He's going with the item 2s here. He is not going with the wood strap. No, he is going wood strap. Toidle walks. Yeah, Bobby's got the metal straps. Hit the first of the 3 fingers, but luckily we only see one of them. Poor doggies. I just want them to know that they were loved and that we miss them. Bobby up to George Clooney to see if he comes out to play. There's George. He came out this time. Bobby getting around him in both races so far very nicely. Let's see if Toidle is going to run into George. Item 2 in from here. Standard normal zipless. George didn't come out to visit Toidle. Bobby dropping down as Toidle is getting into his item 2 strat here. And the second bird despawned. Very beautiful job from Toidle. Bobby medals very nicely, but Toidle's coming through at a little bit quicker of a pace thanks to his item 2 here. Oh, but Toidle taking the hit off the Robert. Kim Kardashian strikes again. And this time Kanye wasn't the victim. Turtle into the ball store as McBob is getting into wood. Those guys taking down wood, no problem. One more to go. There's the links to our fellas here, so we can all go give them a follow if you're not already. Alright, heading off into space. Elon Musk not needed. Great item 2s from Bobby. Is the last mech going to be an issue? Of course not. Oh. Toidle getting a little bit caught up with the tailies. Beautiful off-screen ladder grab from Bobby. Oh, the last mech getting Toidle though. He is a pain in the rump. Beautiful item 1s from Bobby. Starting to get dark. Oh, here we go. We will see a couple ticks saved from Toidle here because he is a Magic Pixel racer. Bob is not the Magic Pixel in a race guy. So there are a few ticks available here for Turtle. But only if he gets them all. Oh, of course he misses that one. Way to go, Cobra. Oh, misses it again. Toidle's gonna hate me. He's never gonna talk to me again. Bobby also coming in with a double hit to knock out Crash in the one shot. Toidle struggling a little bit here on Crash. But that's okay. We all know what the problem stage is. Hold it together, Toidle. You got this. But Bob is headed into Wily 1 first, so... Shaking them eyebrows. He needs to go get them shaved. He can spend all his money on the castle. At least he can do is go get a groomer. Fix up that fluffy hair and at least the eyebrows. Like he got 2 caterpillars crawling over his face. And who's giving him all the money to build all these freaking castles anyway? Bobby with a wiggle on the bird, putting all that behind him. Just like you should with any problems you're having. Move forward. Put your item 2 and jump over whatever is in the way. If only we were as good as Bobby though. Smooth as silk. One of his item placements coming through here. He is on a machine tear right now. Turtle coming in hot behind him. Not giving him the chance to get too far. Bob seems to have calmed down a little bit. Turtle with that really good corner jump. That jump is ridiculously hard. Maybe only ridiculously hard for me. I wouldn't attempt it in a race. Turtle has been successful both times at it. Does it good too. That's bad for Turtle. Now he's going to have to pick up some extra item 1s. Is he going to pick it up Wily 2 or Wily 4 is the question, but somewhere he's going to have to pick it up as Bobby is knocked out Peach Dragon and will be moving on to stage 2. That's a big time loss right there overall for Turtle. That coupled with the need to have to pick up a weapon energy refill because he's going to have it. Because the way their runs are planned out, they typically end up with 1 or 2 item ones by the time they get to Wily 4. So either he's going to have to change a route or take a moment to pick one up. He might choose to pick this one up in the beginning of Wily 2, as Bob has already started his Wily 2 journey. Turtle is out. Sorry if I forgot to mention that if he had a seizure and during Wily 1 or 2 earlier, my bad. I meant to tell you those flashing lights. Turtle into 2 as Bobby makes his way to the chompers. Jumping up over and through him to get down to Piku Piku. Turtle coming in strong on his item 2. This might be the spot he chooses to fill back up on his item 1. Nope, looks like he's going to try to go for it in Wily 4. Just pop one there and get it over and done with. Bobby on to Piku Piku. Nothing here for him to worry about. He can sip his margarita on the beach all day long. Not have to worry about a thing. Turtle also now moving up and over the chomper, saving an item 1 there. But also taking an extra damage boost, forcing him to have to be a little bit more careful here with Piku Piku. One hit will kill him. Shouldn't take a hit, but the first time you don't expect to take a hit, you'll take a hit. So hopefully I don't jinx Turtle for the 3rd time on here. He does need to be very careful though. A quick lapse in memory and whoop, it's tough. Bobby moving down to the sewer. I know Turtle's got to be feeling a little bit nervous right now with this low health. But great job on Piku Piku. If you guessed 2 fish for supper, you would have been right. Manufacturing robots and parts. Yeah, this is true. This is true. But how many robots is he selling? You know what I mean? I haven't seen any of them. The only one I seen was that one that was in Rocky 4 that was Polysex Robot. You can't never convince me that that wasn't that. So y'all just might as well not even try to start that argument. Bob into Gut Stank. Cause he be smelling bad. I think Toidle also got 2. Neither getting a couple ticks of frames. Old Polly. He had a big character arc in those Rocky movies, didn't he? As Bobby is into purple hell. It's all for naught if he can't get past Boo Bean. As good as his run's been. Toidle with the 2 cycle on Gut Stank. Bobby on cruise control right now, it's feeling like. No, but I used to use the quick boomerangs to kill the fish when I was a kid. I used, that's what I used to kill the fish for no reason. You know, I would just, so, yeah, never crash bombed them though. Bobby into the first of the 4 spike pits? 3? I don't know, I can't count, I'm American. into the second pit, get ready to finish out his item 3 usage before swapping over. Good usage allows it right there. Keeps the menu into a minimum. Making sure he's down just low enough. I think he was a tick short on his item 2 from somewhere. Bobby with plenty of item 1s to go up and over. Turtle going to be hurting on his item 1. I didn't see him grab an extra, so he might just be planning on damage boosting through these guys at the end. Oh, Bobby taking a hit off Sniper Joe's bullet. No worries though. 12 American Eagles ahead. That's a lot. That's probably all that's left in America at this point. Bobby getting the double kill over there. Into the final 2 boobs. Missed the damage transfer there. Not even dealing with it there. Moving on to the refights is Bobby. Turtle still hot on his heels though. He is not that far behind. But perhaps too far behind. Yep, damage transfer glitch is allowed. It sure is. Yep, we've seen it from Bobby in the first race. Bobby into air first. OnlyFans is what I call him on my splits. I don't know what you guys call him, but I know what he's doing to make money for Wiley. Getting that little shot through the really bad pattern there. On to John Arbuckle, man. Buster shot to get that really quick shot over to him. Because it is faster than the bubble. Moving over to air for Wood and Crash, man, is Bobby. Beautiful double shot on Wood. Turtle coming in. Moving on to Quick. Bobby meeting up with him at Quick, but he is quite a few spots ahead. I think he's like 4. Turtle finishing Quick first. But Bob is getting into the last 3, meddling everybody. He doesn't even care. Who cares? See you, buddy. Both of them knocking out the bosses. Like they got the food order wrong in the drive-thru. Bobby pushing into Wily Machine. Turtle getting blown by Airman. Great medals on Wily Machine from Bob. And moving on to Wily 6's Bobby. Turtle not yet to be outdone is moving on to his final 3. Got that 3 bubble from Bubble. That's what you need on this one. Poor medal. He just gets so robbed in this game. As Toidle's moving into the Wily Machine. Spectacular Wily Machine fights. Bell Turtle missing the first one right there. Spectacular Wily Machine fights from both guys. Bobby into Alien. Here we go. Oh, Bobby. He forgot he had to jump. Not getting a half cycle this run, but it is not needed. Bobby with the win. 29-25. Yeah, it's slower to swap over to Crash and use it in the normal. It is. It's easier. It's quicker just to stay in metal and metal them out for sure. GG's to Bobby. But we're not done yet. Turtle coming in to face the alien. It's Independence Day. And he's saying, "Hello, boys. I'm back." Turtle with a half cycle. Turtle also done putting up a great time of 30:06. GG's, boys. G freaking G's. Let me get you guys an invite in here. I'm going to post it in the Discord, Miss Alice's Discord, so come find it there, Hoydle and Bobby. I'll even tag y'all just in case you're not listening. We'll see what you guys say. Bobby, moving on to face Satako. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed. So whoever did the seeding, I guess on the PBs, GG's on that.
Hello.
Oh my god, you scared the crap out of him. What's up, Bobby?
Yo, what's up, Cobra?
Man, GG's, dude. Great race.
Yo, thank you. Yeah, I was nervous.
So how'd you feel coming
I
into
played
this?
well.
So how were you feeling coming into this, knowing you was facing Turtle? Because Turtle's good, you know Turtle's good. So yeah, how were your nerves? And all
I was
that
scared. I'm not joking. I was scared.
stuff?
I mean, you know what I was scared of? It's not me playing bad or like even if I play well, I was scared of his revenge.
Well, I saw a little bit in race 2, like there were a couple little hiccups you were missing. I was like, is Bobby feeling the nerves? Like, is he? Because there's like the most minor jumps like, that you hit. I was like, is he starting to feel it a little bit? Like,
No, race 1, I played really well. I'm not joking. I got even good RNG in air and other places. Race 2, I don't know, like right off the bat in flash, and then it like started accumulating. At least what I'm not nervous about is the second 4. They went smooth, and I saved time in clash compared to last run, like compared to last race. So it kind of even things out. But still, it wasn't that big of a time loss. But yeah, Metal Man, like I went quick man. I had a bad fight. I don't know why I didn't read the high jump. So I missed on a shot that kind of ruined the fight a bit. And Metal Man, I don't know, but probably I jumped early so that the damage, like the pause to reset the height was not was a bit early, I guess, and that's why I took damage. Thankfully I recovered. So the good part is that I didn't take the clown hit later on, so kind of it was fine. I just lost like a second. But then afterwards it became fine, I guess. And Clash went smooth. I was happy with my Clash stage. It was about 213, which is around what you want in a race, I guess. If you use like safe strats, that's like no magic pixels.
because I heard somebody mention last race that you don't use magic pixels in races, and that's what I had noticed on this one, that you don't use it, that you don't even attempt it.
Yeah, because if I try, like, I didn't play this game since the last tournament, and the last tournament was in 2023, so I didn't grind like Zipless and just 80%. I didn't play it since back then, so it makes sense why I wouldn't go for that. Even back then, I was like even the races I wouldn't go for it, but now like surely I would not attempt it. I did it like for funsies, like before the race, like before the match. But then I didn't want to do it in the actual race because I know I'm gonna get karma. But yeah,
Turtle missed one of
it
his.
is what it is.
He missed his last magic pixel on the climb as he was moving up in the race too.
Oh,
that's what I mentioned earlier.
yeah.
Like, so some of these things you was talking about, like it's not very much time loss. It might be a second or two, but it really throws your rhythm off for the rest of the stage, where it kind of like compounds stuff. Like if you take a hit you're not expecting, then you might take a hit here. Like it doesn't really seem like it, but mentally, like it's a lot more on you mentally than it is on you time wise. But it kind of like wears on you like that.
Exactly. So you better like keep that mood for like use strats. I'd say I'm not saying out of fear, but out of like you don't look behind you. You always stay on strats that will surely be consistent. So you always go for guaranteed stuff. That's what I did basically.
You did it
it can
well.
come like even those save strats like they can fail at some point. Like after all, it's a game. It's like you want to do no mistakes, but still mistakes will happen. But it's fine. I mean, it is what it is. What I'm not happy about is the Boo Beam. I didn't. Well, I think I lost my item 3 out of nowhere. I have no idea why, even though my placements were kind of fine. I think the last placement, like, you know that those fake platforms, the last one where you fall into the spikes. I'm not sure why. I threw like at the same time, but I didn't land on the platform that like eaten most of my item 3. That cost me like 2 to 3 seconds. I'm not sure how much, but
Because there's about 2 ticks
and then like
right there. I was like, what happened right there?
yeah, I lost pretty much. I was like, you know what? I'm not attempting and like I'm not throwing any more item 3s. Let's just finish the stage. But yeah, I was also hesitating on the item 2 later on. So yeah, I was like,
Yeah, because I know she
I
took
don't know
like
what
I think
happened.
it was three clicks down. You stopped, and then like 1 pixel down. Then she stopped. I was like, oh, he's taking his time to make sure it's placed right there. Because I was like,
Yeah.
the first one you just unpaused and you stopped place that you were on. That second one, I was like, he's making sure right here.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would fall off. Usually when I usually pause right in the middle of the ladder. Then at this time, I think I paused too early. So if I try to grab the ladder any higher than usual, the item 2 will either be in a place where I'm not gonna be able to land on it, or it's gonna despawn. That will cost me time, and I really don't want to waste time on trying. So just let's make it sure. So and I missed the damage transfer. So those things are what cost the time. Could have been a 29 1x again, but you know, it is what it is. The alien fight that just like dropped a jump.
Yeah,
I
I
have
was
no
going to
idea.
say your boss 3 fights were amazing though. Your boss 3 fights went really good in both of them. Both of them very clean. Your wood hit shots and everything.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. I decided to take that route. For some reason, it's consistent. You would get like 151, 152. So I was like, you know what? Let's take that one because the usual zipless route, for some reason, it flops. I don't know why, but I cannot really get a good time. So I decided to switch to that. It felt good.
Oh, okay. Because I run the turtle route, the quick crash wood route is the way I go on mine. I might have to try that air. Where you go, air, heat, wood, crash. Yeah. I might have to try that route
Quick
sometime.
and you know, from there it's the same. It's like that's the 80% route for Rockman too, because you want to do a little bit of bustering on Airman and then follow up with wood. So that makes sense why you would do air first. But it turns out to be fine for zipless. It's pretty consistent. It's not like time wise. It's the same because you're always gonna get like two cycles per shot per fight per airman fight. I'd say like every time you're gonna do airman, most of the time you will have like 2 cycle. So you'd better take that and less menuing too, because if you do air, you want to switch to buster. Then from here you really don't want to. You really don't have to switch to buster, so you're already on it. And if you get 1 cycle, that's exactly the same as the usual one. Heatman can be a bit of a problem if he gives you like 90-90. But yeah, other than that, it's like once you get rid of air and heat, it becomes free after like wood and clash and so on.
So how you feeling going up against Satako?
Yeah,
I'm
ready to lose.
Oh,
Ready to lose.
look at you now.
I mean, look, I said early, I usually like even in my when I was playing the game, I wasn't really that like too consistent at getting like low 29, let alone like 28. And I don't go for strats that basically are so good and like are so risky, like high risk high reward.
Yeah,
You know,
somebody
there's a
mentioned like
degree of
like no
safety.
heat second. Everybody's wondering like no heat second in today's race. Like no, not today.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. That's never gonna happen. No, that's no. It's just no. But you know, Satoko might go for it. That would be beneficial for me, right?
He might do it. Sure enough, at least in the first race, he might be feeling a little
Yeah.
bit.
It would be even more embarrassing if he beats me with that route. That would be crazy. I'd be like, Bob, I'm just like
Oh,
taking the worst route and you still lost. Oh,
now
you're
you
bad.
give him the
I mean,
motivation to
anyway,
do it.
but well, I might try it for fun. I mean, for him, why I'm saying I'm going to lose? I'm not saying I'm going to lose because I'm bad or like. It's just because
He's consistent.
I'm still yeah
he's extreme, and and like the
yeah.
rest of us, including myself, who I'm a very slow runner.
He's been
We all had to de-rust. You
like
know what I mean? Like all of us had to come back. He plays weekly in all the categories, so there's no de-rusting involved in his runs. He's ready to
yeah.
go. You know. So
Last time I
that
streamed was in the match, so yeah,
yeah.
I
So
don't play that much. That's it. That could be an excuse, right? Sorry guys, I'm taking
yeah,
excuses, but
yeah.
like
You
yeah.
lucky I hadn't played since 2023, Satako.
Well, yeah. I mean, seriously, even if I take like I'm taking really some kind of safe strats, so there's no shot I'm going to beat like his you know, perfect ones. So he either has to choke, or I'm just gonna be second place again.
And it's possible he could.
That's my
He did
conclusion.
make a few mistakes. Zernes did take him in one of the races, so you know.
Yeah, but he said, but yeah, Satoko was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch the race, and if I seem to be needing safe strats to secure the race, I will do it. So if I'm ahead, he might actually take risky strats to save time. If I'm behind, it will stay safe until the race finishes, right? You see what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
chances for me to
That's the
win
advantage.
are
He's super familiar with the difficult, normal, buster only, so he's got a plethora of ways to
yeah,
go through
yeah,
each of the
yeah. And
runs.
it's been like, and
Backups
it's
and
been improved.
everything.
Yeah, and it's been improving. It's also doing strats that I'm not really aware of until lately. You know, the spike jump that also like is very important and now in Zipless. He already
That
beaten my PB with that, so
the item two of
it's
Quick Man, he's really good at that strat too. At the bottom of Quick Man stage, he's
yeah.
got that. That's
Yeah, I
tough.
have used that. Like I used that one in my PB, but I'm talking about item 2 in YD4. Like
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
he did
yeah. I've seen him
the
do
spike jump.
the drop down on what is it, the Sackett Spike Room?
Third one, I guess. Oh, second, yeah,
is
second.
this, yeah, whichever. He did it. He died the one time on the Sackett race. It might have been the one he lost on,
Yeah,
but he went for it. But
yeah.
yeah, that one's super tough too. Like some of
It
those
is.
item
It's
two
like 2
strats.
frames only.
Yeah, like you don't have any room for error, and if you miss it, it's a bad death. Well, it's not a horrible death, but it's not a death you want to take in a race. But yeah, some of
Yeah,
those I said, that item 2 in Quick Man, like it saves a decent chunk of time for what it is, but it's so incredibly difficult to drop down, get the jump, place it, jump over the mech, take the damage boost, jump back on, be damage boosted, or be in iframes as you're passing the second one. Like there's a lot going on with both of you guys in all the item placements y'all do.
I wouldn't go for it because the reward is like it's pretty low, and chances for
2/10
messing
of a
it up
sacker or
is very
something.
high.
Yeah, it's not much.
What?
But yeah, it ain't much, like a couple tenths of a second maybe, if even that. The
Yeah,
item 2, it ain't much. But like you're so good at your
yeah,
item placements throughout your entire, like your Heat Man item 2s, especially the second race. I remember they were beautiful all the way through. They're exactly where they needed to be to get you where you need to go. Like you're really good at your item placements.
yeah.
The
Yo, thank
crash,
you.
the
Thank you
the
so much.
uh the crash climb, that third item one on, was it the third screen, and being able to grab the ladder off screen just before the pole guy. Like, it's so quick, and it's just, you jumping on it, grab the ladder, jump back up, grab it off screen. You're so good at your movements. So, like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is going to be a race, like, this is anybody's
I'll try.
race right here.
I did the exact same thing against Prissy.
Oh.
Last year. Yeah, because I made it to
a match for third. Oh, so obviously there's going to be a match. There's still two matches, like a finals and the match for third.
Yep. It's going to be a Turtle versus Ara. So Ara is waiting for the third.
Oh. Oh, okay, okay. I see what you did there. Okay, I'll be looking forward to that. Then. Shoot,
Oh, thanks.
I got an extra
Only
Mega Man race.
Lunix. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Well, anyway, all I'm gonna say, I'm gonna play the same way. So I can't change my strategies. That would be bad for my mental, and I will be like, improvising is bad. Improvising, I learned it. It's something that's bad. You do not want to do. But other than that, I'm just gonna try to see if I can, maybe if I can get ahead. Maybe he does like mistakes or not. If he does and I get ahead and I win, GG's. If not, then GG's. That's all I'm gonna say. The most important part, I should play well with the strats I want. I don't care about much more. I don't care much about like taking the win, more than just like doing my gameplay and deliver like a good time. That's it.
Well,
just hope
guaranteed to have a good time, guaranteed.
Yeah.
QSR heat second F the world.
Heat second for the win, never. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah,
all right, guys.
I should
Anything else you want
always
to say before we move on, Bobby?
Consistent. I'm just gonna say thank you so much for the race. Thank you, Turtle. I did notice the hiccup, the big choke in Whitey for first race. That was unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure you did really well. I have to rewatch the race. From what I know, it's been like neck and neck. Yeah, it's just gonna be. It is what it is. But I'm pretty sure you're a really good runner. You've been super top tier. So thank you for the race so much. I gotta rewatch it. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Alice, for emptying your PayPal soon.
Yay, Alice! Chickens need feeding, baby.
Yep, waiting for that. Yeah, thank you for the tournament and for hosting it. You organizing. In Tampa and who's the other
everybody. Louis,
I'm not sure. Everyone. And Louis.
I don't know your names.
Everyone. Oral. I was just saying names. Do not
Sigma
take me seriously.
Something or whatever his name was. There's so many people I don't even know. Ripping that shirt off, look at it, go Hulk chicken.
Yeah. That's so cool. Anyway, but yeah, thank you for the tournament. Thank you for the commentary, Cobra. You've been really great. That's awesome. I like to listen to your commentary. I gotta rewatch this one. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for the host and the stream. So yeah, and thank you everyone for watching, and GG's to everyone. It's just for fun. So yeah, I'm happy. I hope everyone is happy.
Have a happy hump day. I hope somebody told you they loved you today. I hope it was yourself. We'll see you all next time. Love you all.
Yep. Peace.